Morning, everybody. It is New Year's Eve, and we're in the shop. I'm in the shop. Guy is gone, and now we got this in here. So, 2015 Duramax LML. We are fixing the EGR and DPF filter. It's got issues with it, so we're gonna fix it. So this is the first time I've been into one of these ones. The LB7s, the first gen Duramax, those are a piece of cake. I kind of like it more, but needed something newer. So the only thing I've done so far was disconnected the batteries, pulled the air box out, or the top half of the air box, and I believe I tried looking some stuff up to verify, but I'm pretty sure this is the exhaust brake or engine brake, whatever they're calling it on the pickups. And it goes in line from the charge air cooler back around to the inlet for the engine intake, whatever you want to call it. So I've still got a bunch to do. I'm gonna try to record this and stop and make a few key points when I get to certain spots, and we're gonna see how this goes. Got rags shoved in there because I wasn't going to do much more last night. Try to get stuff unplugged and pulled out of the way. Doesn't need to be there. Stabbed my thumb yesterday with a wire wheel, and it's still a bit tender. There we go. Let's see. I need to drain some coolant out of this thing before I do too much. So we'll come back to this. So I wanted to drain the coolant because I didn't want to wind up pulling something off up top and have a happy little accident and have coolant all over the place. And last night I had watched a couple videos, and the one guy that drained the coolant was like, oh yeah, you pull this clip out and you just slide this back till it pours out. And I'm like, that is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. There's got to be a petcock on it somewhere. Well, it's not the stupidest thing I've ever seen, because that is exactly what I did. It is a very slow process because I don't want to make a huge mess, so I've got it to where it is barely drizzling out. But this is ridiculous. What happened to having a petcock on the radiator? You just open it up and it'd hit the frame and splash everywhere and make a mess that way. Now I got to risk taking the whole radiator hose off and making a mess right away? Come on now. So Okay, so we took a little break from up top because we gotta get to the bolts for the up pipe, which are up in there. And I am still not sure how I'm gonna do it. So the exhaust has to come off anyway because we're fixing that too. So I've got the 3 bolts up here. Those are all off. I got this hanger undone. This sensor unplugged. That hanger's still there. I've got the 4 bolts done here so I can take the back half of the exhaust off. There's 2 other sensors up here. There's a fitting here. Yeah, here. That one I got out. It was a, I got lucky. I was able to use a 7/8 socket for a oxygen sensor. Actually, I believe that's what it is. So one of these right here worked pretty good. There's these 2 lines that come from that doohickey there. I think that's what squirts the alien juice in there. Another sensor there, and then that's it for sensors. All the hangers are done back there and up here. So I'm gonna work on getting the exhaust out of the way and then figure out what we're doing with that up pipe. Yeah. Remember, if it was easy, everybody do it. Alright. Now that scared the shit out of me. What the f is that? I done thought there was pieces of turbo laying in there, and no, I think it's supposed to be that way. This is, holy cow, I didn't even see those. Huh. But that's that there heating element thingy. Gotta be. Remember, folks, when the governments get their hands on your diesel, it turns into stuff like this. This is, whoo. By the way, nervous because my lift is only rated for 9,000 pounds. And I got the stands under there. You guys make sure you're always careful. If you ever have second thoughts, use jack stands. And yes, that is a Harbor Freight stand, but it is safe. That's an Amazon one. This is the only second time using it. I'm kind of, well, it makes me nervous, but it takes up less space than the other one. It's just not as sturdy. Safety. Just always be safe. If you're ever having doubts, be safe. Take the extra few seconds, put a jack stand under it. This is the voice of experience. Trust me. Ain't no fun having a car fall on you. I got lucky. Alright. Exhaust is out. I had to take the transmission cross member out to get that out. Because it just wasn't working. Huh. All that work just for that. So now I still don't see how it helped. I still am not sure. I might have to call in reinforcements. Can't get up there. Come on, camera. There we go. Look at that. Somewhere up in there are 3 bolts I need to get out, and it's not the 3 right here. I wish it was those 3. That would be nice and easy. That is not the case. Well, it wouldn't be easy. It'd probably break on me. Who am I lying? So yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna keep plugging away at it, and I will come back and give you an update if I get anywhere. Oh, all right. So I'm gonna assume YouTube doesn't like to have too much cussing in their videos. Yeah, there's quite a bit of that. It's out. Oh, my light's going dead. Look at that. We'll just get that out of there. So I pulled the fender liner out, and all that gave me access to do was to get up in there with a pry bar, and I was able to focus. Oh, there's that heat shield that's right there. I was able to pry it out of the way so I could get a wrench on it from up top and lay across the engine bay and get back there with basically a stubby wrench that well, I modified it for something a long time ago, and well, it came in handy. I was able to get it on it, and then for one of them, the one right down here, that one, the one that holds that bracket, that one actually wasn't too awful bad, but that one, I stuck a pry bar down in here. Of course, that heat exchanger was still in there, but then that gave me a point to get another pry bar in and pry off of that and get the wrench to loosen it up. Again, I am not a professional. If I can make it work, pretty much anybody can do it. So did that for that one, and then the other 2 I was able to get in and pry off of something. I don't remember what it was. I think I might have put the pry bar back in to pry off of, but to get the other ones loose. And then it was very, very slowly, like this one, once I got it loose, I had to use the open end and a quarter turn at a time until it was out. It was not fun. This thing's a mess. And since I'm right here, the reason we're fixing this EGR issue is because look at all that crap. Now I got to pull the Y bridge off to clean all that out so it's not going through the engine. It makes you wonder what the inside of these things really look like when they recycle the air. And this truck is factory. There's no tune on it or nothing. So it's ridiculous. But anyways, so once those were out, there's 2 bolts back there. Those weren't too bad to get to. That one, you can get it all the way loose, but you can't pull it out because the heater hoses are in the way. And then you kind of just fish it out. This little, you know, what you want, not nice word for a hose, but it was attached to the bottom of the heat exchanger, and I didn't realize it until I was trying to pull it out. It hooks up down there. Oh, hey, look at that. We'll just make a mess. Let's see if we can try to drain the rest of this. So yeah, that's where that hose went to. I thought about trying to take this off to make it easier, but there was no good way to get to that either, so. Oh, this thing's not light. This thing is actually stainless. Unlike the exhaust that I was told was stainless. We'll address that another day. So that's out. I pulled, I don't know if I covered this already. I took my belt off and I unbolted my AC compressor and folded it over because of the rubber lines and laid it out of the way. And it made it easier to get some of the other bolts. But I also have to do thermostats while we're in here. So I'm debating on whether I want to start putting that back together back there, or get the Y bridge off and start cleaning it, or get the thermostats out and get those parts. Because I know I'll be able to get parts yet today. They should be open tomorrow. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. So, not sure why my oil cap looks like a boat on a river full of rapids here, but whatever. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to get some more work done. I might set up a camera. Maybe we'll try to do a time lapse or something. I don't know. It's really tight trying to get in here to do stuff. So, yeah, we'll be back. Alright, so because I'm an idiot, I done recorded this and apparently I never hit the record button. So, we got the plate on back there. That part's done. That was almost as much fun as getting the pipe out of there, but a little bit easier because the pipe's not in the way. I still have yet to figure out exactly what's going on with the hoses yet. I'll worry about that when I get to it. I'm gonna try to get this stuff cleaned up in here, but I started scraping at this and I feel like I'm unboxing a can of worms here. That's ridiculous. There's no reason why anybody in their right mind should design a system to recirculate diesel exhaust back through the intake system. Like, what is wrong with people? What in their right mind made this sound like a good idea? Yes, okay, it may be not as pollutant. Is that the right word? Heck, I don't know. But yes, it may not have. It may not produce as much pollution that way, but you're shortening the lifespan of these engines. But I've got Y bridge over here cleaning up. I might just let it run through it all night and soak. And yes, I use diesel fuel for my solvent tank. It's cheap, easy. When it gets too dirty, I drain it out and I run it through my oil system that feeds out to my wood burning stove. So, you know, we're all about recycling around here. So, yeah. I guess that might be it for now. Well, yeah. Don't forget that hideous thing that was underneath the truck. Alright, we got Y bridge back in. It's all cleaned up. That plate on back there. And that plate on up here. Nice and easy. Couple O-rings on that one. AC compressor's back in place. The thermostat's changed out, all back together. We got the hoses to put back. Now he's gonna interrupt me. What the hell you want?
I want nothing.
So, fun shit. And it is cold out. We're up in north. I mean, yeah, that sun's out, but it is deceiving. So I forgot where I left off. I know I wound up putting a bunch of stuff together, didn't really video it. So we got all the bad out. Working on getting all the good back in. And honestly, if you're able to get it apart, going back together isn't much different. I don't know if I covered yet. This is the plate for where the old EGR crap bolted up to. I did get the Y bridge all cleaned up, and down in the intake I wound up scraping that stuff up, and you can't even really see it, but had the shot back down in there, sucking it all out. Got the AC compressor back on, belt back on. We're going to be removing that because, well, we don't need it anymore. I'm gonna show you guys that too, but that'll be once I get it up in the air. The exhaust is all on and bolted up. That giant turd crap is out, and that. When I get the truck up in the air, I'm gonna show you guys. That thing's the devil, and not just because the crap you got to put into it, but what it was doing to the frame. So there's that goes up under there. This goes on the bottom of it, and it's, well, it's like a sponge. I mean, you can see all the crap falling out of it. And then there's this box that went around it too. You see, you can't really tell much off of that. But once I get the truck back up in there, I'm gonna show you guys some more. We still need to drill and tap for the EGT probe, and I'll try to, I need to trim up. I'll try to show some more of that. Yeah, so I'm gonna get back to doing some more work now that the semi's done. I would have liked to show that, but because this is in here, I couldn't get the semi back inside, but I wound up having to replace a injector harness on that. It's outside running now. It's hopefully all fixed, but all that goes under the rocker box, and you got to pull a bunch of shit off to get to it. And there's, let's see, where's the bad one? This one does 1, 2, 3, and 4 injectors, and it also, these plug into the IVA solenoids, and then these hook up to your Jake brakes. There's, well, right there should be one of those right there, but I had repaired it once before, and actually I repaired this one too, and it just, they're in the oil, they get hot, they get cold, they turn brittle, and if you don't have them laid out really well, they crack. And then like this one was rubbing up against the valve cover right here, and it had wore through, and I repaired that one last summer. I just threw some liquid electrical tape on that. And that, with that one, it was funny. We're up at Rule King, and I'm walking around looking. My wife asked me, "What are you looking for?" I said, "I'm looking for liquid electrical tape." You would've, I swear to God, she thought I was on crack. She's like, "You're looking for what?" "Liquid electrical tape." Now I can't even find it. What do I do with it? And she's like, "Is that even a real thing?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a real thing." What you got to ask me a question like that? Yes, it's a real thing. Liquid electrical tape. Throw it in here? It's not in here. And look, now I can't even find it. So now I look like an even bigger idiot trying to tell you guys. I'm going to find it just so I can show you. It's around here somewhere. Okay, oh, here. What do you guys do to keep your bench clean? Because, like, I've had it clean before, I swear. It never fails. I'll do something and boom, it looks like this again. I won't even do anything and it'll look like this again. These shops that got perfectly clean benches, I don't know what it is they do. Look, there's another bench over here. Completely covered. My welding bench, it's got 2 bumpers that we started. It's full. I put all the shelving up trying to make sure we had room for stuff. Plenty of anti-seize. Anti-seize and Loctite. We'll either make sure it comes off or it doesn't. Starting fluid. Why do I have Quick Creek patch stuff? Really? I don't even know why that would be in here. Oh, but anyways, well, I'm gonna get some work done. We'll come back. Maybe show me drilling a hole through my manifold and screwing something up. So, all right, real quick. Bam! See, I had it. Liquid electrical tape. And it actually works pretty good. So if you ever got a tight to reach place and you got to get something on a wire and you can't wrap it with tape, that's the stuff. Anyways, found it, had to make sure I show you guys. Oh, I should probably try to center punch this, but I don't think that'd be much fun. So this is where they say everybody should do it. It's probably where, you know, cracks too if everybody does it. Got a motorcycle with a little zip tie going. Oh, hold on. Before I get too far. We need some grease, because you know, metal shavings and all. Ugh. Find my, hold on here. Alright, I had to go get a blowgun, you know, because try to do things right. That's a nice little leaky fitting. Hope I didn't get this for that bolt tapping on it. And we're through. Now, we're going to try going a wee bit bigger. More grease on her. Maybe I should grab the other grease. Not only does the grease keep the shavings with the drill bit, it acts as a lubricant. Doing before I put the fitting in, get the vacuum and suck it out. And my grease back. My grease fell off. getting one. This is all I use this grease for too, is dipping drill bits in it. And this all I need to do is use it for something else and get metal shavings in it. I'd like to say, hey, next time I'm not going full bore because I know what I'm doing. I don't. Through. One more. This here's the last size. Then we get to tapping. Yes, I do have the humor of a 12th or 4th grader, so bear with me sometimes. Really? What the fuck are you doing this? Well, righty then. I should have prepared that. For the record, I hate doing this. Anybody tries to tell me, oh, you're doing it wrong, well, you ain't here doing it for me. And I ain't paying anybody to do it. So that's how it's gonna get done. That thing is getting annoying already. Let's cut it off on an angle so I cut myself on it later. Stay straight. One of these days I'm going to invest in a set of sockets that go right on these things. Make it a little bit easier. There we go. Ow! Maybe a longer wrench would help. Let's try this. Didn't fit as good, but it'll slip off and crack my knuckles at least. It's always fun when you flip down. Oh. I don't remember using lock. Oh wait, that's blood. That's not Loctite. When did I do that? Anybody know how far I'm supposed to go with a pipe check? Let me know in comments below. Yeah, this is great because normally I'd be talking to myself out here anyway, so at least now I'm still talking to myself, but you know, somebody's gonna listen. Even if it's only, you know, one person. That makes it not crazy, right? Okay. I'm getting wore out messing with this, so we'll be back. Alright, so I got my EGT probe in, ran the line across, got it zip tied and tucked up real nice. And then down in here, yeah, I was able to snip that off and run my line through, and it was a pain in the ass to find it on the inside. I wound up shoving a screwdriver through here to find out where the screwdriver came through, because it kind of goes on an angle, and then when I first tried it didn't work, and then, you know, I drilled a hole over here thinking, oh yeah, that'll work too. Well, that hole goes into a different part, and you can't get to it from there. So I got to the inside, and I just had to go and find a video, because I couldn't quite figure out how this fuse panel came off, and I need to pull it off so I can route my wire and try to keep it nice and neat. Now hopefully you guys aren't going to watch me break this thing, so yeah. I tried a little bit, I had it pop free. It does flex. I got that far, and there's one there, but up here it looked like this was all one piece, so that's where I got worried. I really didn't want to break anything, obviously. I'm gonna knock you over trying to stand here and do it, but supposedly, oh, there's one. Look at that. Ha! I did it, and I didn't break it. So, but yeah, because I have to run this wire from down here up top, and I want to tuck it all in here and keep it nice and clean. And I really don't like wires hanging out in places. So if you've seen any of my other vehicles, well, those are just me being lazy. So let's come over here and see. We've got, where's the light? There we go. Got that in. I did put some high temp anti-seize on it in case I have to pull it back out at any time. Got the line going up, and then I just ran it across that loom right there, top all the way across. And then I don't know if I covered it, but this hose down here is that bypass hose. Be perfectly honest with you, if I had to do another one, I could probably make something better than what I paid for this kit. For 2 plates and a hose, I really don't think it was worth the money. However, you know, it is what it is. I did it. I also, while I was doing all this, I got down here, and my plug, he had it routed up here, and then he just opened up the hood to be able to plug it in. Well, I'm not opening the hood every day because I live in northern Indiana, and if I'm gonna drive it every day and it's cold, it's getting plugged in, and I don't want to be opening the hood or draping a cord across the fender. So I rerouted it, had to pull the rest of my air box out, and it goes down through, you can kind of see it down there, but it goes down through there, and now bam, just like every other person, I got me a plug hanging out front. So we're getting there. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to start it up. Well, kind of quiet, but I like the tone it's got. but I cannot get the EFI Live Auto Cal to communicate. So I got the oil change, got that done, and changed the fuel filter. Let's see if I can down here. See all this. I don't know if you can tell because I got primer on it already. That's where that depth tank sit, and all this was all scaled real bad and rust, and I went through and cleaned it up, and I'm gonna get some paint on it before I take it outside. Yeah, that depth tank holds moisture behind it, and it just bad idea. Terrible. So I think it's about done as far as I'm gonna go ahead and try to wrap this up and edit it. It's been like 2 weeks now. So don't know, hopefully you like it. Hopefully it was informative. And I don't know, maybe once I get the tuning figured out, I'll go through and make a video on that. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'd rev it up, but I can't get in the truck with it on the lift. So yeah, that'd be it for today. And remember, it was easy. Everybody do it.